Okay, 26th of March 2025. What's the agenda for today? The first thing for the day is to attempt to get through the narrow passage between Adelaide Island and the Antarctic mainland called the Gullet. Without ice, it would be about 1.5 kilometres across, but this is Antarctica, so the ice build-up means the gap will be narrower than that, or no gap at all iced up. The expedition staff and crew have been looking at the logs of 2 ships that have tried to get through in the previous week, but both turned back. If we can't get through, then we'll have to double back and go around Adelaide Island the long way. That will put the agenda for today right out. If we make it through, we're heading for a place called Porquois Pas Island. Translates to Why Not Island in English. We have a landing scheduled there. After that, the skies are predicted to remain clear and the Aurora forecast is looking good for tonight. Well, except for the fact that due to the position of the South Magnetic Pole, Aurora are rare in the Antarctic Peninsula. None of the expedition staff have ever seen one here. Oh well, let's see what we can manage. And so, to the Gullet. It's windy. We're coming up to a spot called the Gullet, which is a very narrow channel between the mainland, which is there, and offshore island. Trying to stand out of the wind. It's about -3. And overnight got introduced to a new sound in my life, which is the sound of the ship pushing through the brash ice. Okay, so that was number one, panic for the morning. The camera battery didn't charge up overnight. Anyway, what are we doing? This is an island here called Adelaide Island, and behind me is the mainland, and we are going to try and get through the narrow channel between the two. Gullet. I'm going to chicken out of the wind. Still got my announcer voice on. The wind is very strong, as you can see from the surface down there. I don't think we will get through. Local seals pulled up on an ice floe. Very hard to find somewhere out of the wind. Just having a nice little sleep. So I would say that we're not going to be able to get through because it looks superficially like the channel is actually completely blocked by ice, if that's the channel at all up there. And when you the ship just pushing through the ice. Here we're not an icebreaker, but we do have an ice strengthened hull. Doing a little icebreaker impersonation.
Angela being sensible in there. I don't know how they're doing this because I can hardly stand up. Seal down there going bloody ships. They never seem keen to go in the water.
The scenery is, as usual, stunning.
Pushing forward, but to me there's no way through there, but Captain must know what he's doing. Beautiful and it's brutal. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind, but I'm just wondering if we're trying to get through there. That's the open gap. We were discussing it last night and 2 ships have tried to get through and they've wound up turning back. The wind blowing the snow around the land like that. Oops.
We twist and turn around the floating ice to get lined up for the gap.
Okay, minor drama there. The batteries in the main camera died very quickly because of the cold.
What I'm trying to say is that the main camera battery died due to the cold. We've made it through the Gullet and can now look forward to more open water as we head south down the cold channel.
Successfully navigated the Gullet between Adelaide Island and the Antarctic mainland. Bit hard to see from here.
The bridge is crowded with people getting a good view of the transit of the Gullet in the warm. Hard to see in this shot, take my word for it. There is a call going out for a whale that's been spotted too. We head south towards Porquois Pas Island down the cold channel. Our agenda is intact. It's great just to take in the rugged landscape both of the mainland and Adelaide Island, but maybe I'll grab some warmth on the bridge.
zoom on this camera, but there's some seals. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seals over there on that ice floe. See them, there's little dark dots, I think. It's quite a few, maybe about 20 or so. And here there's a couple there, like crab eater seals. And no, there are no polar bears, right? We're in the Antarctic, there are no polar bears in the Antarctic. See on that ice floe where seals have been on it. Okay, so a slight whopper. This is the bridge which you can get access to on this ship, which is quite unusual. Nice and warm up here. This is where all the important stuff is done. This is Adelaide Island, off the coast of Antarctica. The coast is just behind us, and down there a few kilometres is the Rothera research station, which is a big British research station in Antarctica. This is Adelaide Island. I think it's down below the horizon because of the distance we are away from it, but the British Rothera base that I hope to see is in there somewhere. Angela was up on the bridge and she said she was able to see the blue roofs and the cranes there, so I'm a bit jealous that she saw it and I didn't.
A cruising whale. You get used to seeing them.
Whales there. Trying to hold the camera still.
After yet another wonderful buffet lunch, we arrive at Porquois Pas Island. This is going to be our first proper landing with wildlife expected on the beach and a bigger area to explore.
On, forget the name, Porquois Island, opposite Rothera Antarctic Research Station. Just off a shore excursion. Quite spectacular here. I have to admit to feeling like a total klutz. I'm trying to get used to all the equipment and clothing and everything, and I'm not making a good job of it. Some seals here watching us with some bemusement. Milling around on the shore. Adelaide penguins here on the beach. These sort of ice boulders washed up. Another group getting their instructions. And might actually go over there towards that point in the sun a bit. There's the blue on the ice over there is incredible. This guy's a bit cranky that we're all taken over his beach. The others are a bit chill. The bay here is just like a heaving slush pile. All that in the foreground is just broken up ice. Ship parked out there. In sound quality because the batteries on the microphones are gone. They do not last very long in this cold. They've brought the Australis in a bit closer for taking us back on board. We've got 3 hours here, but I think quite a few people would succumb to the cold. Hopefully this is a bit of a demonstration of how easy it is to accidentally stumble across a seal. It's this one there right up against that rock and quite hard to see. feel like David Attenborough. You can see them in the water and they just won't come. They won't play to cue. Come on. Let's do that again. I was wondering where the ship went, but they snuck into the bay. She was out here. In the previous shot, she was parked over there. Yeah. Penguins are coming back. Taking the first boat of people back. I'll stay a little while longer, I think, and then I'll go. I've got to get a life jacket out and get fitted up, because I doubt if I get the one I already adjusted back. I will leave the animals in peace. Time to go. The penguins want their beach back.
Time to just chill before I go.
Auror's front over there. Another day done. Got to pick up the rest. Go in, get changed, get warmed up. Remove the tag my way back in. Just as a curiosity, the British base is just over there on sort of the end of that island. That's the southern end of Adelaide Island. The British base is about there in the middle of the picture now, but you can't see it because of the horizon. So everybody's gathered for the evening brief, and we are on our way to wherever we're going next. And say goodbye to Porquois Pas Island.
We are going to move the ship to a sheltered location to see if there's an Aurora tonight. I thought we might stay put, but the captain has picked a spot about 50 kilometres away in front of the San Martin research station. So over dinner we'll chug down there and park in their front yard. The locations of the Aurora are dependent on several factors, including the location of the South Magnetic Pole. Currently, that is way across the other side of the continent, outside the Antarctic Circle, south of Australia and New Zealand. The Antarctic Peninsula is north of the Aurora oval, but still close enough that under good conditions we should see the Aurora Australis, but low in the southern sky, not overhead. After dinner, and when darkness has set in, I go up on deck and we're amongst icebergs. It raises my appreciation of the skill it takes to manoeuvre a ship in these conditions in the dark. I'm competing with Sara for audio here. She's announcing that the Aurora is on. Woohoo!
That's the searchlight off the ship. It's quite scary. We're going through quite a field of icebergs here. You see the lights right at the centre of the thing? That's a base Argentinian base called San Martin.
Once I get set up, there is the problem of the ship swinging gently at anchor. I'm shooting 10-second exposures, and that's enough to smear things. Initially, the Aurora is faint and low in the sky. Then we get the pop-ups. People that don't seem to realise that you're there. Screens on, taking selfies right in front of you. I don't know what they think I'm doing. After a couple of hours, it intensifies. You can't see the colour with the unaided eye. It's not bright enough, but you can see shifting bands of silver light dancing in the southern sky. We've done it. Objective 2 of our trip, a rare Antarctic Peninsula Aurora Australis. Tomorrow we have a short shift down the coast to a location where there are a couple of historic huts. I'm off to bed, satisfied with the best Aurora I've ever seen, while you have to wait for the next video. Oh, and a like would be nice, so YouTube recommends these videos to others. Sorry to ask, but... Anyway, off to bed with me, and I'll see you at Stonington Island.